Okay, good evening, everyone. This is Geeta Srinivasan, founder partner at PlatPharm Skilling and Careers LLP. Thank you, all of you, for joining in today. Sorry that we have started about 5 minutes delayed because we wanted people to join in. As you can see, we are recording this the meeting for everyone to view it later on. So we welcome each one of you to this session, which is basically an introductory and demo session for the new tool that we have got for the pharmacy and healthcare students, which is called the interview simulator. We will show you exactly how this tool can be used and help you prepare for your interviews in the forthcoming season. So without waiting and much this thing, I will now start with the session. May I request my colleague, Dr. Anubha Khale, to address you people first for a couple of minutes, and also request when the session is on, if people are waiting to enter, Anubha, kindly admit them. You're on mute.
Thank you, Geeta, and good evening, all of you, joining this session. And we are going to present something which is very special and I'm sure useful for all the aspirant students. For the new placement season. And I wish you all the best. And without wasting much time, I would request Geeta to start with the presentation. And any doubts, any questions, you can put it in the chat box, and we can take it up after the presentation or the session is over.
That is
Thanks, Geeta.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So, friends, I'm going to start sharing a presentation so that it's easier for every one of you to understand what it is. And like Anubha said, if there are questions, please note it down. You can ask it. We'll have a question answer session at the end of the session, or you can put it in the chat box and we will answer it during the question answer session. Okay. So can all of you see the my screen? Anubha's screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So please admit students when they are joining in, Anubha, because now I'm starting to present. So we
Yeah,
are
I'll
talking
be doing
about
that. Yeah.
embarking on your career journey. Many of you are, in the final year, B Farm or M Farm. Some of you are in Farm D, as I can see from your registrations. And, this is the time when you are going to actually, enter into the placement season, if we can call that. And that is what we will be talking about right now. Mm. 1 second. This is, yeah. Can you all see now? It is moving. Yeah. So we are the first of its kind forum, mainly for healthcare students. We are focused only on students who are wanting to get into the healthcare industry. We are talking about holistic education and improved employability. That is the main focus of PlatPharm Skilling and Careers LLP, known as PlatPharm. And what we do, we are specially designed about 2 years ago, we started this forum, and we have been designed especially by healthcare industry professionals. We are founded to support the students pursuing pharmaceutical science, and many of you being in pharmacy students, you will be aware that this is the only platform that provides comprehensive support in career planning and training throughout the entire student journey, from when you start your pharmacy, whether it is D Farm or B Farm, right up to the career path that you are choosing, whether it is PhD or whether it is M Farm or MBA, whatever it is in the healthcare industry. We are the two main faces in PlatPharm team. Dr. Anubha Khale, who just addressed you. She's a PhD Tech and MBA and having about 34 years of experience in industry and the academics. She is been the principal of one of the leading colleges in Mumbai, and she's guided multiple MPharm and PhD students during her career. And myself, Geeta Srinivasan, I'm also a pharmacist with an MBA background. I have about 32 years of experience in pharma marketing. And as you can see, I'm specializing in conceptualization, strategy formulation, brand management, training of pharma personnel, varying from different departments, right from production up to the marketing team. I also guide students for overseas education, mainly for healthcare programs. We are focused only on healthcare programs. We are also, supported by about 45 mentors who are with us, who are from different other departments in the industry. For example, like regulatory, we have somebody from clinical research, pharmacovigilance, production, quality assurance, sales, healthcare finance, healthcare consulting, so on and so forth. What are the kind of services that we offer in PlatPharm? We offer various services which include talent assessment, basically to identify what is your area that is the best suited for you in terms of a career. Because as you know, pharma students and life sciences students can enter into various departments in the healthcare industry. So we try and find out, okay, whether you're a good fit for regulatory or for sales or for marketing or for something else. We do a counseling and mentoring based on the area that you choose. We also have a lot of, we focus on industry readiness and skill development. What do we mean by industry readiness? Is basically academics give you the academic knowledge. We provide the industry perspective to the students, and they become a complete package for the people from the healthcare companies to actually employ for employment. So this is what we mean by industry readiness and skill development. And we also assist in resume crafting and interview preparation. So we are the only platform which offers counseling, mentoring, and skilling up services designed specifically for the pharmacy students. So we are focused only on pharma students. That is what we've seen here, the features of PlatPharm. We customize it to individual needs. No two students have similar needs. No two companies look for similar people. So we customize the services based on the students, what they want, and also for companies, the kind of people they require. And we are virtually available. We are also doing offline, but we are virtually connected. So across the country, we are talking to students. We provide one-on-one counseling and mentoring, and we specialize in overseas education and MBA studies. So this is a short about PlatPharm. Now, coming to today's topic, which we are talking about, is embarking on your career journey, which all of you are today concerned about. As you know, you're at the threshold of graduating, whether you are a diploma student or a master's student or a bachelor student. You're on the threshold of completing your graduation in a few months and looking at your next step in your career journey. What is the kind of steps you have ahead of you? As you all know, it is either take up a job in the industry. It may be for the healthcare industry or for any other allied industry. It would also be higher education. Higher education, you could be probably doing your master's or direct PhD, either in India or you could also look at overseas education where you're applying for your master's program like MS, or certificate 1 year diploma programs overseas. These are all your options that are available. Of course, there are management studies. You are looking at management schools, whether it is a 2 year management program or it's a 1 year diploma, postgraduate diploma program, or it could be a certificate program being offered by some of the schools, both in India and overseas, mainly the European countries, which offer 1 year short-term management studies. So these are the different options that you have. And we are going to talk about these different options. You have various components in your application, whether you're applying for a job or whether you're applying for your higher education abroad. You have various components of an application. What do you mean by components? You have your grades, which is your when you're passing out, what it is. You have your entrance exams, both for MBA and for the uh, uh, MBA, as well as your 1 second. I think my video has gone off, Anuba.
Video is fine, but we can see the presentation. Video is gone off, but that's okay.
Actually, you can
We
see the
can
presentation,
we
right?
can see the presentation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah. So just give me a second. Why is it not showing? I'm having a problem. 1 second. Hold on.
I think that's okay because we can see the presentation. So I think you can continue with the presentation.
Okay, so there are various components to the application, which include, like I said, your entrance exams, which are all critical components. Along with all this, you also have your co-curricular and extracurricular activities, which get added up. Now, with all this, the key differentiators that are there are two components, which is one is the uh, okay, I'm going to stop. It's not. Yeah. One is the for the recruitment or for the admissions. Both. Whether recruitment means when you go in for the jobs in the market, or when you're going in for admissions. For both these, the key differentiators in an application would be your resume, or what we call as the biodata or the curriculum vitae, and your interviews. Trust me, these are the two very, very important components, with all other things being common. Recruiters and admission officers are looking at these things and deciding whether to proceed to give you an admission or take your candidature for the job or not. Remember, these make or break your probability of selection, and therefore, we are going to be talking about one important component today, which is the interviews, because this is one component where you can prepare yourself, and repeated practice can actually help you crack these interviews, whether it is for recruitment purposes or for admissions purposes. And I think all of you will agree with that. Now, we all say that practice to perfect. As you know, we've got a visual here which is talking about, the violinist. Repeated practice of any instrument actually makes it perfect. It becomes more melodious when when you listen to these musicians again and again coming and after the practice. And interviews are no different in this whole game. So you have hmm, So you have we say that practice breeds confidence and confidence breeds success. So one thing that you can do practice is by mirroring. You would have heard your seniors and your faculty and your placement officers and your family also saying, why don't you stand in front of the mirror and start practicing, so that when you are talking in front of the mirror, you gain confidence, and you become better and better as days go by. And there are many advantages to this, because you see yourself in a mirror, and you say your posture is not good, the way you're talking is not okay, or you're not able to uh, present yourself properly. Everything is something that you can see in your uh, in the mirror. But the disadvantage is, in the mirroring, you are not able to actually you're not able to actually replay what is already done. That means that if you have already said an answer, you want to review it and find out whether the answer that you have said is correct or not. That is something that may not be possible when you're doing mirroring. And that is where the use of modern tools come. And we are talking about using the modern tool. Hmm. I think when I see somebody waiting in the waiting room, my this thing is not coming.
No, I'm admitting everybody. Don't worry. Yeah.
Practicing the modern tools. So we will be focusing on the modern tools here when we are talking today about the interview techniques. So practice is something does not make somebody perfect, but it is a perfect practice which actually makes you perfect. What do we mean by it here is, you can keep practicing, but if you're not perfecting your practice, that practice is meaningless. And that is what this tool we are talking is going to address, which we call as an interview simulator, which is an AI based interview practice tool, a modern tool by PlatPharm. What do you mean by a simulator? I'm sure all of you know the meaning of simulator. Simulator means it is actually, setting up a stage which is similar to an actual setting. And that is what we are going to do in our AI based practice simulator. AI based because we are going to use artificial intelligence to throw questions to you, to actually make you prepare for the interview and see how you can become better in your interviewing techniques, and thus increase your chances of success in an interview. So, what is an interview simulator here? It is going to be using your laptop. You can see here, you are going to you sit in front of your laptop. You're going to, you're going to actually appear for an interview, and you will be asked questions. We will demonstrate this to you. So, what actually it means is, it is an AI-based mock simulator technique. You are going to be able to practice it in the comfort of your home or that you choose. If you say that, okay, I want to just be in my room, I want to practice for my interview, whether I can do it using this, yes. You want to sit in your college in front of your faculty and do it, yes, you can do it. There is no panel member. It will be, the questions will be seen on the screen. It will be very similar. An AI avatar will be used, this is what we call as an AI avatar, who would be asking you questions, and you will be answering the questions online to the in a video. There is no bias involved. The questions are random. It is not going to be okay between A, B, and C. We will try to ask tougher questions to A, and we'll ask lenient questions to C. It is not like that. It is going to be no bias. Questions are going to be randomly asked to each of the candidates. You can record your session. Each session that you have gets recorded so that it can be analyzed at a later time, and it prepares you for personality, general, as well as role specific questions. What do we mean by personality and general? Personality and general means your HR questions. When you go for an interview, the first time they start off is, tell something about yourself. What do you like to do in your spare time? What is about your family? Can you name one incident which you enjoyed the most? Something like that, which is talking about your inner personality. What does the interviewer do in these situations? He or she is trying to analyze how the student or the candidate adapts himself to a situation which may come up in the organization. What are their personality traits? What are their strengths? What are their improvement areas? Will be that candidate be a good fit in my organization, or will this candidate be a good fit if I offer him admission to my institute or university, whether it is an overseas university or for MBA, whether in India or overseas? That is what we mean by personality questions and general questions. Role specific questions. Role specific questions means if I'm opting out for a role in production, I will be getting questions related to the production area. If I'm going to select myself to an interview and applying for sales and marketing, I will be getting questions based on the sales and marketing role. So it depends upon the role that you choose, you want to get practice in, and those are the questions that will be curated and asked to you. We will be curating those questions for you. Similarly, when you are applying for an MBA education, you have a lot of questions being asked to understand whether what is it that you would like to do later on after your management education. What is it that you would like to do in terms of the specialty that is being offered? What do you know about the different kinds of job roles that you are looking at? Those are the kind of questions that MBA candidates are asked. And I myself, being a panel member in MBA institutes for admissions, I know that this becomes a very, very critical component in the selection of a candidate, whether it is for a general MBA or it is for healthcare MBA or pharma management programs that some of you may look at. Even for overseas educations, whether you are applying to the UK or the US nowadays, or even Canada for that matter, Germany for that matter, you have specific questions being asked in an interview where, besides your SOP, you will have to go through this procedure so that, they look at you in totality, holistically, to understand whether you are a good fit for their program among the cohort or the group of students that they have in their college. So, this becomes a very important aspect. That is what we will be asking in role specific questions, depending upon your area of interest. It is a timed interview. You cannot continue your interview for, say, half an hour, 40 minutes, because your interview is always timed. Generally, typically, at this stage, the interviews for jobs or for admissions ranges between 15 to 20 minutes or max half an hour. And in this time, the questions will be asked both for general, personality, and role specific. They will be random and shuffled question, and it will be shown to the candidate on screen. You can download the interview after you complete the interview, and you can evaluate yourself. What have you spoken? and what exactly you should have spoken. So a lot of times you see that when you go for the first and second interview, you're very nervous because you don't know how to, react when a question is asked. This is where this modern tool is different from mirroring technique, because in mirror you're not able to review your answers. In this, you will be able to review your answers, because it is going to be, you will be able to download. You can play it back and see, pause it and see whether the content delivery you have done is correct or incorrect. Many times we have heard candidates saying, my interview was great, still I have not got selected either for the job or for the admission. This will tell you why it is so. So going ahead, we are talking about how can it help you. As I said, it can help you assess the speed or pace at which you answer. There are some students who answer very fast, so much so that the interviewer is not able to understand or hear the answer of the candidate. Sometimes they are so muffled, they are so soft, the interviewer is not able to understand what the answer is. So this is what this interview will be help you to assess. It will help you to assess the content and delivery of your answers, the way you are curating, the way you are delivering. You may have been thinking about something, but what you're actually saying is totally different. So the content, whether, if supposing the question is, what is clinical research and what is its importance? You know that what you have to say, but are you actually saying that content? And how you're delivering the flow of thoughts will be something that will be addressed here. Evaluate your communication skills and body language. You can see how you're sitting, your posture, your eye contact, the way the mannerisms you have, your body language, everything that an interviewer actually judges or evaluates you in, you can use during this playback interview. Evaluate your response to every question. There are some questions you may have said well. There are some questions you may not have answered well. So you can find out which are the questions you have not answered correctly, and accordingly, you can prepare for those questions. And lastly, improve your interviewing technique before your final interview. Because see, your final interview, whether it is to an university or to a organization, you get one chance in interviewing. There are thousands of applications, and in that thousands of applications, you get one chance to interview. So you have to really crack that interview and make sure that you're able to land up with that job or that admission. And for that, preparation is the key. How are you going to do it? We'll just shortly demonstrate it here. As I said, it is used for recruitment, MBA admissions, and overseas admissions. It's an AI-driven practice tool. We have first step, an avatar, which is going to be the interviewer. The second step is going to be record your own interview. And third step, you can finish and download your interview for review. This is in short how it will work. So we are saying that you preempt, practice, and prepare for the final interview. Now, what are the advantages? You have two rounds, as I said. One is for general and HR questions. One is for technical and role-specific questions. Technical meaning, the kind of role that you're looking at, and it can be curated for your admissions, the kind of role that you want to get into. Main advantage is it mirrors actual interview setting. It is just the actual one. It's as if you're sitting in front of an interview panel. It facilitates download of the interview for you to self-analyze. I'm reiterating it so that you are able to understand what we mean by here. Role-specific interview enables targeted practice. I want to practice for the sales job, means I ask for role-specific sales interview. So with multiple practice sessions, every practice session for the sales interview will have a different kind of questions, different set of questions. So you're able to practice for a range of possible questions. No two interviews, even if you're applying for multiple practice sessions, will be the same. It will all be different. And therefore, multiple practice sessions will give you a range of possible questions. You will be able to understand what are the questions that an interviewer may ask, and you can start preparing for them. So at this point, I'm going to get into demonstration of the interview. So let me go ahead with that.
So, Geeta, will you take some time so that I can just have a quick chat by the time you are putting your
Yeah,
things
just
in
a minute.
place?
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
minute.
So, students, this is what the presentation given by Geeta madam about the importance of this tool, importance of practicing interview. And I must say that it's the because of this advanced technologies, it's something that we can really you know uh, we can practice. And let us see the demonstration. I'm just putting off my video and my.
So with the link that we provide you, you can use it to start your interview. Starting the interview, you will have like this, as I said, an AI avatar. Explain Me will actually tell you what exactly you have to do, which we have already done. So I won't go through that again. Then we start with begin the interview. Uh, okay, 1 second. Hold on. Hold on, Anubhav.
Yeah. So, students, meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. So, after the complete demonstration, we can answer those questions also if you have any doubts. Please write it in the chat box if any questions are there.
So we are going to start, as I said, we will, say begin interview. When you say begin interview, the option we have is also for multiple choice questions for people, sometimes recruiters. This is also used for recruiters. We are talking to recruiters who are going to be using this for screening students, because they don't have to waste that time coming into the institute or interviewing a lot of candidates. So they are going to be using this tool to actually screen the candidates. One round is MCQ. As you know, many companies use MCQ rounds where we say begin, and it starts. It's a timed one, and you can see that there are 10 minutes here. I hope all of you can see it. Anubha, this is visible?
Yeah, this is visible. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it says, okay, question one, I as a candidate, now I'm answering this question. I go to the next question. Then I, answer the next question. Then go to the next question. I answer this, go to the next, and I answer this. So I complete this, question. Once you're through with the ones that you have answered will be green. The ones you have not answered will be blue. So here I'm not going to answer all questions. I'm just going straight to question 14. Next question. I'm going to talk about this, and I'm saying finish interview. So it asks me, are you sure you want to finish this interview? I say finish. So it gets recorded. Your answers are completely recorded. So the marks are automatically calculated, and it is there in the system. for the interviewer or the recruiter to view. So then it asks you, do you want to attend the next round? Mind you, if you do not, if you say no, you finish the interview, then automatically you get out of the system. So you have to attend the next interview and you say yes. This is the video round, which is talking about how the video will start. Let me start with this. Mm. So I'm saying start interview. Please introduce yourself to this panel. You can see that please introduce yourself to this panel was the question. Now, somehow my video is not functioning properly. So here, actually, you will be able to see and submit your answer. Your video should be working properly at this time so that, you will be able to record it properly. And then you submit and go to the next question. The video is getting up. What are your interests and hobbies? Why do you like them? Again, you are submitting you're recording your answer here, and then you're going to submit your answer here. It gets. Can you name one code? Okay, so I'm going to say finish this interview. Again, it is asking, are you wanting to finish this interview? I'm going to say yes. And then it is uploading my video. You want to attend the next round because now we are getting into the role specific or the technical round where we actually are going to address the technical questions. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to begin this interview. So this is how it will be.
So actually, students, because it is getting shared through the sharing mode, there is a problem. Otherwise, as an individual, when you are taking the interview round, it is absolutely smooth. That's what I must tell you. So because it is getting streamed through the presentation, there is some hiccups that we are facing. So in the third round, students, we get the role specific questions. So as it was told, the first round, multiple choice round, it is for the recruiters, and I think we are seeing the third phase. I'll just.
Yeah, since my camera is not working, I'm unable to share, but I will show you after the download. Similar to the first phase where you saw second round asking HR questions, we have the second round, which is going to ask the technical questions. So now going back to the presentation, let me share with you how can you as a candidate, 1 second.
Yeah, we can see now.
You can see, right?
We can just go in slideshow mode.
So we did the demonstration of the tool. Now we can see the candidate, how you can download and review your demonstration, which is the most important thing, because the whole beauty of this tool is that you will be able to download this interview that you have just given. How we can do it is what I'm going to show you now. And like Dr. Anuba mentioned, because this is this is being streamed on Zoom, there is, uh, yeah, so I'm going to share the screen now with you people. Okay, now if you can see, this is, MCQ taken. It is showing score of 80%. Now, the first question, this is a demonstration, not of the one that we just did, but it was something which was already recorded. The first question, the answer is correct. The next question we go, answer is correct. The third question you go, answer is correct. This is MCQ. Uh, you know, Now the fifth question, which of the following anti-malarial drug is safe during pregnancy? What the candidate has answered is B, but the actual answer is C. So, you can see that it is like this. So for all questions, this is how you will be able to view, and the recruiter or the interviewer can see, can determine whether you should get 70, 80, 90, whatever it is, and to make sure whether you have cleared or not. There are interviewers who may actually say that, after if you don't pass in the MCQ round, you don't even go for the video round. They have a minimum cutoff. So those are the kind of things that this tool is going to be used for, and therefore practice with this tool would be useful. This is round one. This is round two. Can you all see? This is something which is already recorded. You will be able to download this. The first question is that was asked was, please introduce yourself to this panel. So for that, you replay it. When you replay, hi, I'm Geeta Srinivasan. I am from
Geeta, you can't be heard. We can't hear.
Sorry, none of you could hear this?
No, but then I think they're getting fair idea that how it will appear.
Yeah, because see, I'm playing it on my laptop and then I'm able to hear it 100% because it is on my laptop. So, this is how it will get played. Now we'll go to the next question, which is, what are your interests and hobbies? Okay. So this is how. So this is how for every question you can review your answers. Now the thing is, you can say, okay, I can keep my phone or iPad or laptop in front of me, and I can record and I can download. But the beauty of this is about the questions that are being asked here. The whole concept is you will be asked questions as an industry person asks questions, and they can be evaluated here. Now when we come to round 3, I was not able to show you, but let me give you a fair idea about what are the kind of questions that can come. Like, for example, explain the role of QA personnel. Again, you will play it here and you can show it. Similarly, you will be asked about what is a new, how do you do a new product? It can be, what do you mean by anthelmintics? Can you name any 2 drugs in this class? At least one brand name for each. These are the kind of questions that will be coming. And what is important for me to share here? So, you have round 2, which is video, round 3, which is video. Each of them would be for about 10 to 12 minutes. And that is the how you can practice for your interview for the role that you are looking at. Now, going back to the presentation that we were sharing. So we have demonstrated the tool where you are going to have the questions, and then we have a download and review demonstration where you can download the interview, review it, and again do it. Mind you, the most important thing in the download is you getting ready to answer the question when the question comes to you. It is a it helps you practice your getting over your anxiety, your nervousness, as if it is exactly the same. When you saw the answer being played here, there were pauses. The body language changed. Your eye contact can change. Is it correct to have it? You cannot even keep continuing to give continuous talk. You may have to pause in between. Is the pause coming at the right time? Like, for example, when the candidate was saying, I love painting, reading, etc., I love reading, whether the answer you have given is good enough for the interview is for you to judge. And then you can say, okay, I can, improvise on this. Maybe this word I should not have used. I could have used a different word. So these are the kind of, practices that this interview tool allows you to. So, are there any questions now, or we can continue and then we can take questions? So,
Yeah,
how does, sorry?
uh, there are few questions which I'm
Yeah,
replying in the chat. I think
yeah.
we can first finish the entire presentation, and then we can have even answer the questions verbally.
So, how the question that all of you may have is, what is the pricing for this interview simulator? So, this is where we have a small poll. Anuba, if you can share the poll, I think after that we will take the questions.
Yeah,
Launching the poll.
1 minute. Yeah, I have launched.
So please take about half a minute to answer this. We would love to have all of you to answer this poll so that we can offer and curate it to the way you want.
So kindly answer these quickly. Yeah.
We request all of you to please answer, because this will help us in curating the tool for all of you. We have quite a few who still have to answer. May we request all of you, please?
These are very simple questions. I think those who haven't yet taken the activity, please finish it fast so that we can go to the next slide.
Yeah, we will take another half a minute for people to answer. Otherwise, you can continue to answer and we will go ahead with the presentation. Those who have
Yeah,
not.
I think we just give them some time because it's only 50% of them have answered.
Okay, I'm continuing now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So please complete the poll.
The question that all of you may have is, what is the kind of pricing that you may have for this? We have two different options. We have one practice session which is consisting of 2 rounds, which will be priced at 250 rupees per session until 29th of February. This will be discounted at rupees 200 per session for all the students. Uh, uh, and for multiple practice sessions, which means that you do more than one practice session. Again, we have 2 video rounds in each session. And remember, if you choose 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you choose, each round for you will be having different set of questions. It will not be like the first round it is the same as the second round. Maybe one question may be same, but because it is random, but it will all be different set of questions. And it will be for 5 sessions will be 1,000 rupees. For multiple, when you register yourself for 5 sessions, you pay 1,000 rupees. But until 29th of February, for 5 sessions, each student will pay only 800 rupees. So prices are discounted because this is the launch price. And we've already conducted this in many institutes in Mumbai, and they have carried out some students, and the outcome, they have been very happy with the way the simulator has helped them in finding out how they could improve on their interviewing technique. So this is the pricing that we have. How do you register for these services? We have a QR code, as you can see here, and the step one would be register for the service by scanning this QR code. We request all of you to take a picture of this QR code, or scan it and keep it, or note down our UPI ID, which is platform@Kotak. So by scanning this and you make the payment, whether you want to make 200 rupees or 800 rupees, depending upon one session or 5 session until 29th of February, or it will be 250 rupees or 1,000 rupees after 29th, that is from 1st of March. After you do this, you please send a screenshot of your payment on WhatsApp to our number, which is 99872 83620, or on email to connect@platform.in. We will share the form to understand your area of interest to curate your interview. As I told you, each interview is going to be curated. If there are 5 candidates asking for regulatory, we will be having each one will be an interview which should be curated in consultation with the mentors from regulatory whom we have in our platform. Similarly, sales and marketing interviews will be curated before sales and marketing people who show their interest. So we will share a form with you to understand what is your area of interest, whether you want to use it for recruitment or whether you want to use it for higher study admissions. And then we will share the link with you on email. If you have for one interview, we'll share with you one email link. If you want to do for multiples, whether 2, 3, 4, 5, depending upon the number of interview sessions you want for practice, we will share so many links with you. Remember, each link is related to the email ID from which you are registering. So if you have multiple email IDs, one for your personal, one for your college, remember from which email ID you are registering, because only that email ID will be identified and the interview link will work. If you come from another link, it will not work. And similarly, when once we send it to you, you can use each link only one time. So remember that when you start an interview, you must complete that interview and not leave it halfway. So whenever you want to practice, be at a space where you're comfortable, convenient, you're able to spend about half an hour in giving that interview. Practice your, be calm, composed, uh, dress as if you're attending an interview, so that you will be able to review and you will be able to analyze your own interview, or your trainer or your placement officer or anyone else can analyze your interview. So I hope all of you have taken a screenshot of this page. Remember the WhatsApp, we are also available on this website, platfarm.in. So you can get all the details there as well. Going to the next. So can we take questions and answers now, Anuba?
Yeah, so some of these questions I have already answered, but yeah, I would say that 1 minute, my chat has gone. Yeah. So their concern is mainly, practicing for the or no, getting the industry knowledge. That is the main concern, and the questions how they would be able to answer. They think that the theory that they are learning could may not be able to help them. So there is another question I just replied, but 1 second. Yeah. So
So let's go one by one, so
yeah.
that people who have asked, we can do. I have a question coming from Vikraman, which is what about clinical trials, ma'am? I'm assuming, Vikraman, you're asking this question. I would request Vikraman to switch on the video so that we are able to see you and we can address your question. Apologies that my video isn't working, but Dr. Anuba is there. Vikraman, I am assuming that you're asking this question that clinical research. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if you, in the Google form, which we are sending after your registration, you say that you want to prepare yourself for clinical research interview, your interview will be curated for clinical research. So see, the general personality HR questions will have questions like, what are your strengths and weaknesses? It will be situations like, what do you think of women being in production? Those kind of things. It could be general knowledge question, general awareness questions, to understand where you are coming from as an individual. But the next part would be round 2, where we are going to have technical and role specific question. If you say that I'm looking at clinical research, all the questions that will come to you will be related to clinical research. Did I answer your question? And if you have one session, you will have about 6 to 8 questions maximum for clinical research. If you have, say, you are asking for 3 sessions or 5 sessions, we will have more questions on clinical research, which will be, asked to you. Does that answer your question, Vikraman? I can't hear, but I'm assuming I'll go to the next one, which is from Shalaka. Shalaka, may I ask you, where are you from? Shalaka is there? Yeah, hi, Shalaka.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah,
I don't
hello.
know. I don't know whether you can see me.
I can see you.
Uh,
Yeah, we can see you. Yeah.
Yeah.
actually, I'm an ex BCP. What I can say? I'm a BCP alumnus, and I
Okay.
was working with BCP for past 3.5 years. However, due to some family issues, at present I'm at home. But I
Okay.
found this quite interesting, and I thought of just
Okay.
participating in it.
Thanks for
Yeah, can
joining.
AI, yeah, thank you for joining. Can AI give feedback of the answers given by the students? It's not expected, but can AI guide them too? See, AI is something, which gives textbookish answers, and it
Hmm.
will give you theoretical, answers there. But
Hmm.
it is not just, answering from there. If it's a definition or, quoting a law or something, you can actually give theoretical answers. But what an interviewer looks for in a student is,
Hmm.
how he is able to collect the thoughts and how he is able to present his thoughts in an interview. So, while AI can give, the guidance to how it can be, we are not using it to give the guidance here, because that is available on Google. The
Yeah.
purpose of ours here is to have human intervention and actually help. So while we have not said here, we also have feedback to be given, but that comes, at a separate cost. If some student says that, I want PlatPharm to review my answers and give me a feedback,
Hmm.
we as a team will be able to give feedback, but that is a separate service that we will be providing.
Right. Right. Got
Yeah.
it.
So yes, we can guide them, because the whole point is molding the students in trying
Hmm.
to make them perfect for the interview,
Right.
right? And then
Yeah.
I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah,
Then
yeah, and this is quite interesting.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Coming to Karthikeyan, ma'am, which type of questions they ask in role-specific question round, either from our academics or situation-based? Very good question, Karthikeyan. Thank you for getting this question, which we wanted to say. We did say it can be both academics and situation-based. Let me give you an example. If you are applying to a production department, they could probably ask you something about the granulation machine. Can you describe a granulation process, which is basically an academic question? It could also be situation based question, which we will be using in our technical role specific question. For example, that there is some problem in some production unit, and you discover this in the evening at about 5 o'clock when your shift is getting over and you're ready to go home. What is it that you will do? That is something which, it is a situation based kind of question. So yeah, then we'll also probably ask that, you're a production supervisor, and you say that your workers have not turned up. What would you do in such a situation? How would you handle it? Those are the situation based questions. This interview will also address situation based questions. Did I answer your question, Karthikeyan?
So I would just like to add it here,
Yeah.
Karthikeyan, which I have already answered in the chat also, that the interviewer is from industry, so he is not going to ask you typically very theoretical questions. Okay. However, whatever we are doing in industry, or the activities or functions that we do in industry, they are all based on the theory that we are doing, but they are application oriented. So just now Geeta madam has given examples. These are the application oriented questions based on the theory that you have learned in academics. So we both of us being from industry, we have put in several years in industry. Using that experience, we are creating these question banks, and we are ourselves setting these questions, which are, that's why again and again Geeta madam has been saying that curated interview. What is curated is we look at the requirement, uh, means which role you want to go for, or whether you want to go for interview practice which is for recruitment purpose or admission purpose. Keeping all those things in mind, we we set the questions, and we set the questions which are application oriented the same way, that the way it will be asked in the real time by industry interviewer. So that's the difference. So questions will not be theoretical, and that is why this tool will help you, because you will slowly understand, when you practice 3 4 times, you understand what kind of questions and how you have to prepare your theory, so that you can answer the questions that would be coming by interviewer from industry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what is the next question? Can I see the next question that is coming here?
1 minute. I have scrolled
Yeah,
down because they were asking something. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. I think theoretical studies of B farms, whatever. Yeah,
So
Vikraman
these are the
says, I think
same
you're all
thing.
answered. Objective of this practice, okay. Theoretical studies of future or whatever. Give some tips to develop our communication skills fluently and boldly. It is my okay. Yeah, I think Dr. Anubha has already answered this question. You have any further questions on this, Karthikeyan? You please message us on the, because this is something that we can take one-on-one. You can message us or write to us, and then we can guide you on your this thing, because this meeting is for demonstration of the tool. We would be very happy to help you, but you can connect with us offline separately on WhatsApp, on the number that I said, or on
I
email.
think you can display that number, Geeta, once again if they
Yeah,
want to.
yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
So,
Vikraman also is talking industry oriented means whatever. Okay. Any other question, any of you? I think uh, uh, like PlatPharm, as Dr. Anubha has said, we have different services like Career Explorer, mentoring. What do we mean by Career Explorer? Let me just take a minute to explain to you. We have an assessment tool, which is like a psychometric assessment. It will give different situations for you. You will be answering that situations. We have an international agency which has curated this for us, only for the healthcare industry, to try and see what are your traits for a particular role. Like, everyone is not fit to get into the sales and marketing. So is everyone not fit to get into R&D or clinical research. Whether you as a person, for you the role of R&D is good, because or the clinical research is good, or finance is good, or sales and marketing is good, depends upon your personality traits, and this personality traits determine which job you should get into. Because if you're happy, if it matches your traits, you're happy. If you're happy, you perform well. If you perform well, you grow in your career, you enjoy. So that's the whole idea behind this. We also have, after the report, it is a detailed 40-45 page report for each role. We have about 18 to 20 roles which are being discussed here. For each role, we tell you what is it, your fitment to this role, whether you're a good fit or not a good fit, and based on that, we will be able to advise whether you're getting into it or not. This is a counseling that we have based on your personality. Then we have mentoring, we have connecting with industry mentors, and interview practice tool, which we discussed now to get you industry ready. So these are the different kinds of services we have in PlatPharm. And lastly, I would like to show you uh, the slide here through which you can get in touch with us. This is our email ID, connect@platform.in, and our WhatsApp number 99872 83620. We are also present on LinkedIn. We have a community only for pharma students on LinkedIn called the PlatPharm Services Community. We are present on Instagram and on Facebook. We also have our own YouTube channel where we are having a lot of informative videos. So we request you to have a look at these and then get in touch with us if you have any specific queries. And those of you who have attended today, if you would like to, come back to us for the interview tool, as many have already used in Mumbai, we would request you to register before 29th, because that way you will get the discounted, rates. So that is it from our platform side. If we have any questions, we can take now, or we can conclude this meeting. I would request Dr. Anuba to share her thoughts and conclude this meeting.
1 minute. Yeah, so students, I'm sure this is just the beginning, and you're trying to judge how this is going to help you, whether this will really help you or not. A lot of doubts in your mind, questions in your mind, how to get industry ready, whether these questions which will be asked, what if I'm not able to answer? But remember, this is a practice tool. So what is going to happen is, maybe your first interview, when you download, you're not really very happy with, as the questions as simple as describe yourself or introduce yourself, which many times or most of the people find it very difficult to answer. So then you, knowing that you are not able to answer these questions well, you can always practice and then again appear for, second time in front of the camera. You can download, you can see. So this is how, you can practice, and I'm sure this will also make you ready for the role specific questions, because then you are mentally prepared. While you are studying theory also, what way this application might be asked in the interview by industry people. And equally important for your admission interviews for maybe MBA or overseas studies. And I would like to mention here that Geeta madam is on the MBA admission selection panel of one of the top institutes, MBA institutes in Mumbai. You can always be rest assured that the whatever questions we are curating for you, they are, aligned with the latest trend, and the one that is actually asked in the interviews, and not the theoretical questions or questions like you answer in your viva voce. So this is going to help you, and there are few of the third year students who are asking some questions in the chat. I can say, in fact, third year is the right time that you start gearing up with all these technique skills, getting industry ready, so that fourth year or final year you can really do well in your admission, or recruitment interviews, and we are always there. Since today's agenda is mainly the interview practice tool, but we do have various other services where we can do complete grooming and get you or make you industry ready. So you can visit our website, you can see what more can be done so that you get selected among lot of students being appearing for for interviews, and actually competing for admissions. So I wish you all the best, and yeah, it's a beginning. Let's stay connected, and we would be sending you some information and these things throughout. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, and look forward
Thank you,
to,
ma'am.
yeah, look for, can we take one screenshot maybe? Can all of you put your videos on?
I
Okay,
think
ma'am.
quite a few have left, Gita.
Yeah, I know,
Only
I know.
six are remaining.
It's
Yeah.
okay. So still, if we can take, it'll be nice and, you know,
Yeah, somehow your video is not coming. So if
yeah,
we can just,
Ma'am, can you
if,
see on my video?
uh,
yeah,
let's see
I can.
gallery view. Yeah.
Thank you. One second.
It is very useful section for my career, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Vikraman, and thanks for joining. And we appreciate if you tell your friends also, because sadly, 100 people have actually registered today's
Maybe
session.
Friday evening.
Hmm.
Friday evening.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
will be repeating this,
yeah, we'll be
and
repeating this.
yeah, so
Yeah,
uh, maybe you can always tell your friends also the usefulness of this session.
yeah. And the difference is, we are curating it only for the pharmacy and life sciences students. I think that's where it is. So thank you, all of you, for joining. And I think we will end the session now. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Shalaka madam can share her contact.
Shalaka has left. She's
She's there.
left. Or
She's there. Yeah.
I have
okay.
shared, madam.
You have shared? Okay. Okay. Fine.
So I have
Fine.
put in the chat
Yeah,
our
I have shared.
in the chat. I have put our
Yeah, I got it. Email ID is also there.
I
Yeah.
put the website. I will share the WhatsApp number again. You can reach out to us. This is our WhatsApp number, and our email ID also I will write here, so that if you have anything that you want, you can reach out to us. Collectively, Anuba and me, we have more than 60 years of experience in the healthcare industry. So, being in marketing, I have been able to deal with different kinds of departments, and whether it is production or purchase or R&D, and therefore we would be able to advise students, just the two of us together, in a very great way. But we also have very specific individuals who are as mentors with us, who can assist you further. So if there are no questions, should we end the session? Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So, Gita, I'm
Thank
just
you,
ending
ma'am.
Thank
the.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for our amazing section.
Thank you. Thank you,
Welcome. Thank you.
Vikraman.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.